In a small village nestled in the heart of India, there lived a man named Arjun. He was a devoted husband and a loving father of two young children. Life in the village was hard, and the income from his small farm was barely enough to feed his family. Arjun dreamed of a better life for his wife, Aisha, and their children, Sita and Ravi. He had heard stories of distant lands where people could earn more money in a month than he could in a whole year. One evening, while sitting by the fire, Arjun made a decision that would change his life forever. He would leave his village and travel to a wealthy country far away. There, he would work hard, save money, and one day return home to provide a better future for his family. With a heavy heart, Arjun bid farewell to Aisha and the children. He promised to return with enough money to build a new house and send the children to school. As he boarded the bus that would take him to the city, Arjun couldn't help but feel a mixture of hope and fear. He was venturing into the unknown, leaving behind everything he knew and loved. After a long journey, Arjun arrived in a bustling city where he met a recruiter who promised him a good job in a foreign land. The recruiter assured Arjun that he would be well taken care of and that the pay would be more than enough to support his family. Desperate to change his family's circumstances, Arjun agreed to the terms and signed a contract, though he could barely understand the language it was written in. A few weeks later, Arjun found himself in a land of vast deserts and towering skyscrapers. The air was thick with heat, and the sun scorched his skin as he stepped off the plane. He was quickly taken to his new place of work, a construction site on the outskirts of a massive city. From the very first day, Arjun realized that life in this new land would not be as easy as he had imagined. The work was grueling, and the conditions were harsh. He was forced to work long hours in the searing heat, with little rest and even less water. The accommodations provided to him and the other workers were cramped and filthy. Despite the promises made by the recruiter, Arjun's wages were meager, and he was often paid late or not at all. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Arjun's hope began to fade. The other workers told him stories of men who had been here for years, unable to leave because their employers had taken their passports. They were trapped with no way to return home and no way to send money to their families. Arjun wrote letters to Aisha, telling her that he was fine and that he was working hard. He didn't want to worry her, but inside, he was filled with despair. The weight of his broken promises hung heavily on his heart. He missed his children's laughter and the warmth of his wife's embrace. Every night, as he lay on his thin mattress, he would pray for the strength to endure one more day. One evening, after a particularly brutal day of work, Arjun and a few of his fellow workers gathered under the shade of a palm tree.